Now I have some naughty little calves who are too small for traditional calf halters, so today I'm gonna make them some. Hey friends, it's Barbara Sue at Kowalski Mountain and welcome back to the homestead. Now if you follow me on social media, you might have seen some video of my naughty calves who won't go to their corral at night. And I'm afraid they're learning some really bad habits. Now, I really wanted Apollo halter trained by now. He's 5 months old. But Dexter cattle don't fit traditional calf halters. We actually have 2 calf halters, but they don't fit our calves. And we've even tried to alter them, and it just doesn't fit. And now Apollo is finally big enough that it fits around his head really well, but it won't stay on his nose. So today I'm going to make them some halters. Now I am using a video from YouTube. I show you this without shame, and I'm going to put the link to this video down below because he's the expert. I'm just using his technique. Now one thing that I misunderstood in his videos was he said you needed 47 centimeters for your length. Now he didn't mean the total length of rope. You actually start with about 6 feet. 47 centimeters is the starting where you make your first knot, and that's where I made my biggest mistake. Now, thankfully, I bought a lot of extra rope because I didn't think it was going to be long enough, and I did have one attempt that's too small. Now, maybe I can still use that for sheep or smaller animals, so that won't go to waste, but let's make it the right size for Apollo. So we're going to start with 47 centimeters, which I used my trusty app or my trusty phone to figure out that that's about 18 inches. Now I'm going to go ahead and do it at 20 for Apollo. Now this is a poly braided rope. It has 3 strands, and so we're going to use those strands to weave and make our halter. Now I'm going to untwist, and I'm going to make it so I have 1 opening. And I'm going to take that beginning end that I have melted, and when you're melting this you want to wear gloves, and melt it and then twist in the same direction as the rope curls. So otherwise you'll untwist it. You don't want to untwist it. So I've got my opening here. I'm going to feed this through and pull that all the way through so I have a single loop here. So far so good. Now this part is our brow band, so this is going to be what goes around his face. Now right here next to this loop that we made, we're going to untwist again, doing 1 opening, and we're going to take our long end and push that all the way through. So now I have something that looks like this. Now here at the end of our brow band, we're going to untwist here, and we're going to kind of push that together, and you'll see that this makes 3 little loops. Isn't that cute? So now I'm going to take those 3 little loops. You'll see my 3 little loops. And we're going to line them up, and we're going to take the end of our long lead part and push it through the 3 loops. So now this is the part that's going to go around Apollo's ears. So you can see how this is coming together right here. His little face is going to be here. This is going to be up around his ears. So now we're going to take our end and we're going to go through that original loop we made the very beginning. That's tight, which that's good. And that's going to go under I just got confused here. And this is going to go under his jaw. So this part over his ears, this part around his nose, and I've got a little bit more length than I want. Now when I took horseback riding lessons, we used rope halters and you just tie a little knot on it. And this is going to give me a little something to hold on to. Now one thing to note is this is sticking out away from him. It's not going to rub on him and bother him. I think that's going to be too long for his nose. I should have measured Apollo. Now the really cool thing about this is I was concerned that that was too big for Apollo. So I went ahead, I untied the entire rope, everything worked fine. I shortened it, so my original brow length was only 15 inches long. And I think that this is a better size for Apollo. So his nose is going to go right through here. This is going to go up around his ears. And I'm going to pull this to make it fit him. And then I'm going to just do a little tie right there so that it'll cinch down and stay on him, and I have something to grab, but he won't be stepping on it because they are out in the big pasture and I don't want him to have any problems. So until I try this on, I'm not going to make one for Rex, but that starting length was 15 inches because this is for a calf and it's for a Dexter calf at that. So even though Apollo's a really big boy, he's still small for a calf his age. Can't wait to try it. He looks so handsome. And he let me put it on so easily. I can't believe it. He just let me do it. And I didn't video it one bit. Come on. Come on. I know, you're strong. You're a strong boy. I need a lead rope. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Come on. Rex, seriously. I think that's a really good fit otherwise. You look so handsome. You look so handsome. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's a good boy. He is a good boy. Not too tight. That looks so good. Good boy. Uh-oh. There you go. Good boy. That's a very good boy. Yes, very good boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Very good. Now, Apollo and Rex have been wearing their halters for a few weeks now, and overall, I'm super pleased with them. Now, combining food with halter training is so much easier than doing it without. Now, I'm giving them some of the corn. If you remember that we planted corn in our upper field for the cows, and while it didn't do amazing, we are still feeding it as silage, and they love it. Now, Apollo is coming really well to a bucket, and I'm still trying to work on the halter piece of it. Now, I didn't end up tying a knot on the side to secure the halters. What I did was I opened up those 3 strands and tucked the end through it so it locked it in place, but there's no additional knot to rub on the calf's face. Now, Apollo is already growing quite a bit, and so I need to loosen him up a little bit. Now, when I do use a lead rope, I have to be careful to clip it right on the side, catching both pieces of it. If I only do the top, the lead rope goes up to the top and goes over their ears. I only paid 12 cents a foot for the rope. So for 6 feet of rope, 12 feet total, I got some pretty cheap halters. Not there, please, buddy. Not there. You want to be a YouTube star? You can be a YouTube star. You actually already are. Apollo is already a YouTube star. Yes, he is. Apollo is already a YouTube star. Everyone saw you born. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Now, as always, we really appreciate you watching, especially to the very end. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that button. We'd love you to be a part of the Kowalski Mountain family. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. See if we can loosen you a little bit, buddy. It's a good boy.